So what's up with the tattoo on your face?
I've had it since 2019.
And what is the tattoo of?
Backwards money sign.
Okay, why is it a backwards money sign? It's to signify you're not going to make any money in your lifetime?
Making money the wrong way.
You were literally too stupid to insult.
Oh, what? Then why are you making money the wrong way? And why would you want to let people know that you're making money the wrong way?
Let's roll, nerds.
Step back, just there's your tall.
All right, and to the state, this is a family violence.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 4996, State of Texas versus Patrick Jeremy Benson. Can I have parties announced for the record, please, for the state?
Joe Ray Garcia for the state.
For the defense?
Terry Carter for defense.
All right, we're proceeding with the sentencing by video because of the pandemic. Any objections from the state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
The court will note for the record that the defendant entered his plea by video on April 5th, 2021. The court found that there was sufficient evidence to find the defendant guilty, and the court found the defendant guilty of the offense of assault, choking family. According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison. The state will remain silent on his application for probation or deferred adjudication. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the state is silent. Defense?
Your Honor, if I may, you had requested that the complainant appear on the Zoom today. Can I ask to check if Ms. Mayfield is present? Chantel Mayfield.
Yes. Are you Ms. Mayfield? Yes, Ms. Mayfield is present.
We also have a character witness, Ms. Little. She should have just logged on.
Yes, I'm present.
Are you listed on the Zoom screen?
I don't see myself on the Zoom screen, Your Honor. I'm not sure what it's listed as, but Lillian Little is my name.
I believe she's wearing a blue floral blouse, Judge.
All right. Defense, you may proceed.
We would like to call Ms. Mayfield.
All right, Ms. Mayfield, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record, please.
Chantel Mayfield.
Judge, may I proceed?
Yes.
Ms. Mayfield, are you the complaining witness in the case against Mr. Benson?
Yes.
And have you had interviews with the state in this case during the pendency of his case?
Yes.
Okay, and have you expressed to the state that you wish for Mr. Benson to be given probation?
Yes, I have.
Can you explain why you'd like for him to be given probation?
Yes, because the incident that happened that night, he did come in the house and went straight to sleep. I feel like I kind of instigated the altercation by waking him up out of his sleep. And, part of it is my responsibility for what happened that night. And I was just trying to, I don't think he deserved, jail time for something that I instigated. And that, that was just my opinion and why I said that.
And do you and Mr. Benson have a child together?
Yes, I did not know I was pregnant at the time. I was hormonal because I did something I wouldn't normally do, which was, pick at Mr. Benson. And since then, I have had his daughter.
Okay, and how old is she?
She's now 9 months.
And has Mr. Benson had access to the child?
By way of family members only. He doesn't get to, I guess, interact with his daughter like a normal father because she doesn't really know him too much. She cries a lot. So, it's and I kind of feel responsible for that as well because, he would have a better relationship with his daughter if it wasn't for this case.
Okay, and is there currently a no contact order between you and Mr. Benson?
Yes, there is.
And is that why visitation has been difficult?
That is correct because she would be more calm if I was there.
Is that because you tend to be the primary parent?
That is correct.
And are you asking the court that if Mr. Benson is given probation, that the no contact order be removed?
Yes, that is correct.
And is that in order to promote the family unit, the relationship in your family unit?
That is correct. Patrick Benson is a good father, and I want him to have that father-daughter bond that, our daughter deserves. This just to build that relationship with his new daughter.
Do you feel that Mr. Benson is a danger to you or your daughter?
No.
Okay, I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Stay.
Judge, we're silent, but I just have a factual clarification questions. If I may proceed.
Yes.
So just to clarify, you feel responsible for the fact that he threw you on the ground?
No, I said I feel responsible for the start of the altercation, and that was pretty much it. Just the start. It wouldn't have been an altercation had we just spoke like adults the next morning. But the fact that I woke him out of his sleep to start the altercation is what I take responsibility for.
Okay, but after that, there was an assault, right?
Yes, it was.
And he did throw you on the ground?
He didn't throw me on the ground. I was walking away and he pulled my hair and I fell to the ground.
Okay, and he also choked you?
He wasn't intentionally trying to choke me. Let me make that clear. He was pretty much trying to stop me from leaving because I woke him up to talk to him. Then when he started talking, I started trying to get away. And he did not want me to leave without talking it through. And being that I was very hormonal at the time, I did not allow him to talk to me and talk it through. So that's why, that's how the choking incident happened. He was trying to talk to me and I was trying to flee.
Okay, but you told the police that he choked you with one hand, right?
What, with his hand?
With
I did
one
not say he
hand.
choked me with his hand. I said that he was trying to choke. He was trying to stop me from leaving, and he used I don't know if it was his arm or his forearm, and and I at one point I could not breathe.
Okay, Your Honor, I just refer back to the stipulated evidence in the PSI. No further questions.
All right. Any further questions, defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Defense, call your next witness.
We'd like to call Ms. Little.
All right, Ms. Little, if you can raise your right hand for me, please. You solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, state your name for the record, please.
Lillian Little.
All right, defense.
Good morning, Ms. Little. Thank you for appearing today. Can you tell us how you know Mr. Benson?
Yes, I'm a client of Mr. Benson's.
And by client, what does that mean? What service does he provide you?
He provides auto detailing service for me, so I've hired him to detail my vehicle and clean my vehicle.
Okay, and how long have you known Mr. Benson?
I've known him for a little over a year.
And would you say that you're friends as well as having that work relationship?
Yes, I would.
Have you had an opportunity to get to know Mr. Benson, who he is as a person?
Yes, I have.
And has Mr. Benson shared with you things that have happened to him in his life?
Yes, he has.
Okay. And Miss Little, what do you do for a living?
I'm a caseworker with Child Protective Services.
And how long have you been a licensed caseworker?
I've been a licensed social worker for about 7 years, and I've been with the department for about 7 years.
Okay. So is it fair to say that you have a pretty good ability to decipher certain things regarding a person's need for rehabilitation?
Yes, ma'am, I would say I do.
Okay. And in your conversations with Patrick, have you ever discussed with him him seeking treatment?
Yes, we have. I have discussed that with him.
And why do you believe Mr. Benson needs treatment?
Who is he? He's an asshole, sir.
He's a monster.
I feel that at times Mr. Benson might be self-medicating, and I was just a little concerned about some of the things that were going on in his life where he would maybe self-medicate and just try to numb some of the feelings and the pain that he was going through at the time.
Would you agree, based on the conversations you've had with Mr. Benson, that he had a traumatizing childhood?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it your opinion that he self-medicates in order to deal with some of the trauma that he's experienced?
Yes, I believe so.
And has he ever indicated to you that he has had treatment in the past?
He has not. He indicated to me that he has not had treatment.
Okay. Are you aware of the facts that are alleged in this particular case?
I am.
And are you aware that Mr. Benson has pled no contest to those allegations?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that Patrick Benson is a danger to society?
No, I do not.
I have no further questions of Miss Little.
All right, any questions?
None from the state.
We would ask that the witness be released, Judge.
All right, the court will hear argument. Defense?
Judge, if I may, I had previously submitted to the court a certificate of completion for the batter's intervention prevention program that Mr. Benson has completed. I would like the court to take notice of that certificate of completion. Additionally, after reviewing the TAP evaluation in the PSI, it is apparent that Mr. Benson has never received any treatment for his substance abuse. There is also an indication in the PSI as well as the TAP that he would benefit from counseling regarding sex addiction.
Wait, what?
Mr. Benson was not previously receptive to treatment, which was indicated in these reports. After reviewing these reports, he has made the conscious decision that he does have a problem and that these issues are going to continue if he does not get treatment. He has already completed orientation with Miss Barbara Curtis for intensive outpatient treatment, which is also recommended in the TAP evaluation. So we are asking the court at this time to grant our application for probation and allow Mr. Benson the opportunity to address these underlying issues so that he can continue to run his own business and be a part of his children's lives.
All right, Mr. Benson, I have some questions for you. Can you step forward, please?
Yes. Your Honor, I apologize. When he steps forward, I think he gets cut off of the screen.
Oh, sure, no problem. If you can back a little bit, please. Can you raise your right hand for me, please?
Step back one more time. So one more step. There you go. Okay, perfect.
Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. I'm reading throughout the PSI report that you don't accept responsibility. So let me ask you this. What was your responsibility in all of this?
I put my hands on Chantel Mayfield when I shouldn't have.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I can't hear what you're saying. What did you say?
You continue to speak up.
Just speak up.
I put my hands on Chantel Mayfield when I shouldn't have.
What does that mean? You put your hands on somebody? I put my hands on somebody almost every day. I shake their hands. I give them a fist bump, but I'm not in felony court for charges. So what does that mean?
I violently put my hands on her that night.
I bodily put my hands on somebody every day. Either I give them a fist bump. Sometimes people want to hug, and mind you, I only do that when they've had their COVID shot and they have on their mask. So I'm putting that out there for everybody. So I'm still very careful. So I do that every day, but I'm not in felony court charged with assault, family violence, choking, strangulation. So let's stop using terms that you're trying to minimize what you have done. Because you're here for assault, choking, strangulation, and I know the complainant is taking responsibility, and I personally think that she needs to see a counselor to be taking responsibility for someone who put their hands on her. So you want to explain to me what responsibility are you taking in all of this? Because your attorney told me you did the BIPP course. Part of that is realizing what you did wrong. So what did you do wrong?
I did realize what I did wrong. I choked her.
Okay. And why is this happening?
And I choked her.
Okay. And then people, I see somewhere in the report where they're blaming this on an age difference. She's 46, you're in your 20s. Does age difference have anything to do with you choking somebody?
No, ma'am, I never said that.
Well, I mean, I'm reading the report. It says you're minimizing your role in it, and it appears that the complainant is helping you minimize your role in all of this. So what have you done and what have you learned so that this won't happen again in another relationship?
First, I have to fix myself. I have to address the issues I have within myself. I've had problems that I've been hiding my entire life.
And I know your attorney mentioned sex addiction, but there are plenty of people who may or may not have a sex addiction. They don't go around choking people.
It's true.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
That's not consensual. So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
It's going to be positive.
For what?
I drink alcohol and I smoke marijuana occasionally.
And what else?
That's it, ma'am.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to deny your application. Court will find you guilty, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility.
Meanwhile, in our universe,
court is going to sentence you. I'll give you your deferred adjudication. The complainant wants you to have deferred adjudication. The state is silent. 3 years deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine. That'll be probated. There's to be no contact with Chantel Mayfield. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Take into consideration 2020 CR 2861. You're going to be tested for levels. Those levels had better start going down. After he gives a negative UA, Rebecca, then it'll be random UAs. There will be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Parenting classes. The BIPP course, if he's completed that, Rebecca, and provides proof of that, that will be acceptable to the court. Field visits. Random, 2 times per month. 100 hours of community service restitution. So the witness testified that you detail cars. Is this some sort of business or do you work for another company?
I started the business 2 years ago, ma'am.
All right, proof of employment. Within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider with minors. And Rebecca, I guess if they have some sort of therapy for sex addiction, see if you can get him into some kind of therapy for sex addiction. And if he already has a therapist for that, then he's continue with therapy. Rebecca, is there anything else that he needs?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Benson, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Well, Your Honor, I do need to clarify on that a couple of things. I didn't hear you say intensive outpatient treatment. I may have missed it.
He's doing UAs. Mr. Benson, do you need treatment for drugs?
He has already registered for intensive outpatient treatment and is starting it. So,
All right, so I'll put down intensive outpatient treatment. Thank you, Ms. Sawyers.
Yes, Your Honor. And then also I have a question about communications. When you say no contact, can we have a carve out that allows for communications on an app? It's like Our Family Wizard. I can't remember what the free one is.
Close app.
Close app that allows them to communicate regarding the child, and also that will allow for supervised visits with the child, but not in the presence of the mother. Maybe it's like a family member or some other option like that. But the only communication they can have would be regarding the child and over, this app close.
No, he'll have to do that through a third party. I'll see how he does on probation, and I may consider later. But for now, he needs to do that through a third party.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Benson, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it, and did you electronically sign it? Mr. Benson?
Yes.
Because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
And also because this is a affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to send you to breakout room number 1. Probation will go over conditions with you. And with that, we'll close the record. And Mr. Benson?
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the complainant try to take responsibility for you hitting her. It's all on you. Somebody waking you up is not a free range for you to hit them. You understand?
Yes.
Somebody questioning if you're cheating on them is not a free range for you to hit them. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, I'm sending you to breakout room number 1. And after that, you're excused. And Ms. Sawyers, you can go to number 1 with your client if you so choose. Otherwise, you're excused.